Hello friends, this is Nirmal here for Technique, and in this video we're going to compare two budget smartphones, the Honor Ollie 3 with the Xiaomi's Redmi Note 3. So these two phones are priced 9,999. We have the Redmi Note 3, the 2GB RAM variant, which is again priced at 9,999, and we also have the Honor Ollie 3, which is the latest budget offering from Honor, and this is also priced 9,999. So we'll do a detailed comparison of these two phones and see which is a better value for money device out there. So without any further delay, let's get started with the comparison. And first step, let's see the design and build quality. So in terms of the design and build quality, you can see both are quite different. One is a metallic construction, that's Xiaomi's Redmi Note 3. We have a plastic finishing on the Honor Ollie 3. We also have a pattern on the rear panel of the Honor Ollie, which does give a decent feel, but altogether we would say the Xiaomi's Redmi Note 3 looks premium because it's a metallic construction, well built phone and feels solid, while on the other hand the plastic finishing on the Honor Ollie 3 does not give a great finish. Also there is a chrome finishing on the sides of the device to give a better look, even though it's not a metallic construction. So that's the design of the Honor Ollie 3 when compared to the Xiaomi's Redmi Note 3. So in terms of the design and build, we would say the Xiaomi's Redmi Note 3 is definitely the better looking device and also feels much better. So that's the design aspect of these two phones, and now let's go to the display aspect. Now here we have a clear winner, that's the Xiaomi's Redmi Note 3, which has a full HD display when compared to the HD display on the Honor Ollie 3. So the Honor Ollie 3 does not have really great color quality, and also the sharpness levels are not that impressive, but then we have a full HD panel on the Xiaomi's Redmi Note 3 that makes the display superior. Also the viewing angles and the overall quality looks slightly better on the Xiaomi's Redmi Note 3. Also the Xiaomi's Redmi Note 3 has a sunlight display, which makes the display even better in under sunlight conditions. So overall in terms of the display quality, we would give it to the Xiaomi's Redmi Note 3. Now let's move on to the software and performance. So here we have two different custom UIs. One is the EMUI, which is the custom UI from Honor, while on the other hand the Xiaomi's MIUI is again a custom UI. Now we have Android 6.0 on the Honor Ollie 3, while it's still the Android Lollipop on the Xiaomi's Redmi Note 3, which has its MIUI 8. So our device is not yet updated, and that's the reason it has still the MIUI 7, but MIUI 8 does offer a lot of additional features. So first let's talk about the Honor EMUI. So this comes with a custom notification center. There are quick toggles, and also if you go to the settings, there are some additional features included, and this does come with some added features like smart assistance. There is motion control, one-handed UI, smart headset control, floating dock, and some added features are included. There is also support for themes. You can download additional themes and do a bit of customization on the UI. So the UI is definitely one good aspect about the Honor. So Honor's EMUI is definitely a polished UI, but it does not have any resemblance to the stock experience. So if you're a person who have been using the stock UI, then you might find it a bit difficult to use because there is no app drawer, and and it comes with multiple home screens. Now again, talking about the MIUI, this is almost similar to the Honor EMUI. We have multiple home screens. Again, no similarities with the stock Android. We have this custom notifications, and there is also support for themes, and in the settings you also have some added features like light mode, child mode. Then you have the new dual apps and second space options in the MIUI 8. So it's again a customizable UI, a lot of additional features, and does the job pretty well. Now in terms of software, we would say both are equally good, and it's a personal choice whether you like the MIUI or the EMUI. We would say both are equally good in terms of the features and customization options being offered. Now talking about the performance, that's one area where the Xiaomi's Redmi Note 3 outperforms the Honor Ollie 3, because Honor Ollie 3 comes with a Kirin 620 octa-core chipset, and it is coupled with just 2GB RAM and 16GB storage. Now on the other hand, we have the Snapdragon 650 on the Xiaomi's Redmi Note 3, again coupled with 2GB RAM and 16GB internal storage. Now the added feature is that the Snapdragon 650 is a really powerful mid-range processor and does the job really well. The gaming experience is also really good. Now the Honor Ollie 3 has a Kirin 620, which is not as powerful as the Snapdragon 650, and the gaming experience is quite decent. We did test test the gaming performance, and we could see that it heats up a lot. The Honor Ollie 3 went up to 45 to 46 degrees. That's quite a bit of heating when you play heavy gaming. That's not the case with the Snapdragon 650, which performs really well. Now both these devices have dual SIM cards, but we have a hybrid SIM card on this Xiaomi's Redmi Note 3, which you can expand either with one SIM card. But on the other hand, the Honor Ollie 3 has a dual SIM card and a dedicated micro SD card expansion slot. Now the disadvantage of Honor Ollie 3 is that right now it does not support VoLTE in India. So if you are using Jio, you cannot make calls unless you install the third-party Jio calling app. But on the other hand, the Xiaomi's Redmi Note 3 does come with VoLTE support. So in terms of the performance, we would give to the Xiaomi's Redmi Note 3. Now additionally, we can also see that there is a fingerprint scanner available on the Xiaomi's Redmi Note 3, which we don't have on the Honor Ollie 3. So most of the devices now have fingerprint scanners in the sub 10k price point, so Honor Ollie 3 misses out on that aspect as well. So in terms of software and performance, the software is again a personal choice, as we said before, but performance we would definitely give it to the Xiaomi's Redmi Note 3. Now moving on to the camera. So we have a 13 megapixel rear camera on the Honor Ollie 3 with the LED flash, and we have a 16 megapixel rear camera on the Xiaomi's Redmi Note 3 coupled with a dual tone dual LED flash, and an 8 megapixel front facing shooter on the Honor Ollie 3, while it's a 5 megapixel on the Xiaomi's Redmi Note 3. So the camera interface is quite good on both these phones and does offer decent amount of features. We have some additional options on the Honor's UI, so that's really feature rich. Even the Xiaomi's UI also is quite good and does the job pretty well. So now talking about the camera performance, so here you can see that both these devices are quite a decent performance in this segment. Neither of them are really class leading. We could say that the Honor 5C and the Honor 5XS are better performers than the Honor Ollie 3. The Honor Ollie 3 is just an average performer. Same is the case with the Xiaomi's Redmi Note 3. It's not really a great camera smartphone. You can see some of the samples which we have taken, and they have come quite decent and not really the best performer. Now among these two phones, we would say the Xiaomi's Redmi Note 3 has a slight edge in terms of the camera performance, especially in the low light and also in the selfie experience. So camera we would give it to the Xiaomi's Redmi Note 3, and additionally you can also record videos in 4K in the Xiaomi Redmi Note 3 with third-party apps. Now finally talking about the battery performance. So we have a 3000 mAh battery on the Honor Ollie 3, while it's a 4100 mAh battery on the Xiaomi's Redmi Note 3. So you can clearly say that the Xiaomi's Redmi Note 3 is a superior performer in terms of the battery experience. But having said that, the Honor Ollie 3 also performs quite well, and you can easily get through one day of usage even on the Honor Ollie 3. So now we have talked about almost all aspects. Now finally the pricing. So the Honor Ollie 3 is priced 9,999, while the Xiaomi's Redmi Note 3 again is priced 9,999 for the 2GB RAM and 16GB storage. Now since both these devices are priced equally, we would give it to the Xiaomi's Redmi Note 3 for 4 reasons. One is the display, that's Full HD display, and it's really powerful chipset, that's a Snapdragon 650, and it also has a metallic construction and also better battery performance. So for these reasons, we would say the Xiaomi's Redmi Note 3 is a better device out of these two, and our choice out of these two devices. So that's all guys with a comparison of the Honor Ollie 3 with the Xiaomi's Redmi Note 3. Hope you liked this video. Don't forget to hit the like button and also subscribe to our YouTube channel for more videos. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you in our next video. Have a great day.